right. All right. Definitely here. Looks like we got folks rolling in. Hang on a second. Hello. Do we got people here?
Yo.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going? You guys have a good couple weeks? I've missed you guys. How's it been?
It's been an interesting last week.
How come?
Yeah, what's going on?
So me and Ferdy were gonna go to Myrtle Beach for a bachelor party. So we were asked to COVID test beforehand since we were flying there. Ferdy tested negative. I tested positive.
What?
But
Right.
So that was weird because we were like we're always together. So
it could have been a
told my
false positive, maybe.
Right. So I told my boss, and he told me to get another test. And the next test I took the next day was a negative. And so I got a positive and a negative in the span of 2 days.
Yeah.
And then Ferdy didn't feel comfortable with the second one, so I got a third one, and it was also negative.
2 out of 3 wins.
Yeah.
So
it's a good thing those tests are so reliable, right?
Yeah. So it's been interesting.
Man, I had a similar thing happen where a roommate was like, "Hey, a buddy of mine tested positive. I got tested. Don't really know what's going on." And I was like, "Oh no!" So I just waited for his test to come back, and it came back negative. And I think I'm good.
That's good.
I don't go outside really, so.
Yeah. It lessens the risk if you don't go outside, but at the same time, like you never know. If you go out to the grocery store, like you can still get it. It was just weird that I got positive and Ferdy got negative when we share the same air and we always are in the same car, so it didn't really make much sense.
Yeah.
I have heard that not going outside is the healthiest way to live.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Just a fair warning that my headphones are kind of freaking out lately and they don't want to hold a charge and I don't know why. So if I just cut off mid-sentence, it means I'm going in the other room to grab different headphones because these ones died while they're plugged in.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
No problem. Well, we had like crazy rain here yesterday. I think it was yesterday that the storm hit. Or it was like yesterday morning. And it washed out several roads around here, and there was people panicking and flooding the gas station, supermarket, and stuff. And we got some new computer stuff here. I think we're avoiding all issues. I think everything's working great tonight. I think so. We'll see. And also the Twitch channel got affiliate. So that's awesome. We're still going through the onboarding process. It's taking a little bit longer. That's a lot of stuff I'm having to work on. One of the number one priorities was to make sure that since we're affiliate now, we have to stop using audio from Tabletop Audio. So I've been getting some other stuff set up on that front. But I don't know. Anybody else got any cool stories from the past 2 weeks? There's new
got another stimulus check, so I should be able to afford a PC that can actually run Roll20 correctly.
Right on. I haven't gotten mine yet.
How are you getting a stimulus check?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't gonna ask.
Since we're in the school district that gets I'm technically in the school district that is like way lower income, and we're getting like a grocery debit card. But since we'll have that, my parents said that I could get a better computer for school and for whatever else.
Oh, okay.
That'll be nice.
That's cool.
That's what's up. Well, the stream's got a bunch of new notifications for future follows, subs, donations, that kind of stuff. So all that stuff was set up, and they're quite hilarious. Who knows if they'll ever be used? And I also did like a lot of proper DM work. So I'm gonna have a little bit more time to put into this stuff going forward. So yeah, I don't know. It's nice to hear myself talk. I do love to hear myself talk. But
yeah, I was checking to make sure the audio was working.
yeah. I don't blame you.
After last time.
yeah. I don't blame you. There's also like new screenshot stuff on the intro. I went through and added a bunch of new stuff, including the Vault of Flesh and Blood, which is what I called the Magistrate Dungeon, the Magistrate Camp Dungeon, where you guys fought the Brain Stealer Dragon. That's on there now. And also the what was it? The Forgotten Depths, I think is what I called it, where you guys met Melora and our awesome Forgotten One Aboleth friend. That stuff's on there now too. So now, does anybody want to remind us where we left off last time? I can.
Shopping.
It's kind of my job. So yeah, you guys, we had like a shopping episode where you guys started off in the inn where you guys met Meryn, right? That's kind of where we started the episode, and there was some interaction there. And eventually you guys made your way to a sort of what's the best way to describe it? Like an interdimensional wizards trading outposts, sort of run by maybe clones of him that are not quite sentient. Maybe they're robots. Who knows what they were? But there was some stuff going on there. While you guys were shopping for magic items, Vaira tried to kill one of the shopkeepers. He didn't seem to mind, though. He didn't seem to mind too much. Also,
that was the second shopkeeper we tried to kill.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Did she get zapped for that? I thought it was just stone. Like you just like stabbed stone. I don't remember what happened. It's been 2 weeks. I've slept since then. Okay.
I feel like there was some kind of.
I think my headphones are working now.
Whoa.
You sound way different.
Yeah, you do. I might have to.
Is it worse or better, or what's going on?
Oh,
You're echoey.
It's not better.
Yeah, these headphones are terrible. I can try to find a different pair. Hang on.
Hang on, I think I can just turn you down.
I assume it's headphones with mic.
Sounds like.
Yeah, and bad mic.
Yeah.
All right. You sounded okay there. Let me turn it up a little bit. Go ahead and talk, Tim. Okay. Well,
How
it's
about
not.
now?
Oh, okay. Keep talking. Just keep talking for a minute.
Wait, hang on. I got it. I have a different pair of headphones. This will be better. These are decent mic.
I mean, this is fine. I just had to adjust the volume.
Yeah, we could hear you clearly. It just sounded weird.
All right. The other thing you guys did was sort of plan your revenge on Crudyat, sort of, right? Like, you guys sort of tried to find the location of his compound, or whatever. That was a thing that happened. I remember we marked it. Let's take a look.
I think we had to scout it still, but yeah.
Yeah, you haven't scouted it because you guys haven't been to Jade District yet. You're still in Stone. Yeah, we marked it. We marked it on this map here. That little X marks the spot there. Right?
This is our point of attack through the wall.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys want to talk ways to get there, we can do that. We can talk. We can have that conversation. We can have that conversation while I bring you guys over to where we are. I put together a little map, if you will.
Nice.
So you guys, and don't worry, it's not necessarily a battle map, but we can go that route if you guys want to. They're just guards. I see you guys pinging. I just see you guys pinging the people on the map already. They're just the local guards at their station. Nothing to worry about there, I'm sure. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look great on the stream. It's a weird shaped map.
How's your headphones, Tim?
Guess not good because he's not responding.
Yeah, not worrying.
Okay, how about now?
That's better.
Yeah, you sound fine.
Yeah, less echoey.
So is this like right after we've
Stepped out
exited
of
the portal into the alleyway?
Yeah. Basically, yeah. That's what's going on. There's not really anybody around. Nobody was really watching you guys. The guards are sort of up there on like a main thoroughfare, and that's what they're sort of guarding. You guys are around back by like some storage areas. Yeah, and there's not really like anybody around you or anything like that. But yeah, that's where you guys are right now. Okay. Might actually new monitor means everything, all the windows fit differently. So I'm just gonna adjust it for this map here so you can see a little bit better. Okay. It's a little better, I think. That should be fine. That should be good. All right. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of where we left off. We don't have to jump right back into it yet. But yeah, if you guys want to talk like ways to get there, ways to get into his compound. We can do that. If you guys want to do something, you don't have to do it right now or anything. There's no rush. If you guys still wanted to go shopping, if you wanted to get a long rest in before you assault the compound or whatever, we can talk about those things. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Like, what's the
What time of day is it?
Well, you guys had a long rest outside of town, right? And then you guys walked into town. And then you met at the inn, and then you did some shopping. It probably would have taken a couple hours for the shopping and stuff, and plus walking to Stone District, all that stuff. So I'd say maybe afternoon, like early afternoon, maybe late afternoon, somewhere in there, like 2 to 4 o'clock-ish.
Right. I thought it was okay.
It was noon when you met Meryn, so yeah, maybe a couple hours since then. Maybe 3 or 4. Maybe it's starting to get into early evening. But yeah.
If we're gonna scout this place out, should wait for nightfall.
Should we find some place to rest?
Wouldn't hurt. Everyone get everything they need.
Katie and I are ready.
I'm ready too.
Meryn.
As long as we don't have to deal with any of that dwarven craftsmanship.
Good. Where's a nice place to stay? Somewhere close to our target.
Nice or safe?
Nice. Somewhere boisterous.
Can I roll to think of the most boisterous in the Jade District?
Do you frequent Jade District?
Oh, wait.
Probably not. I think I've probably been in and out, but don't really know it very well.
Yeah, I suppose you can roll something. What do you think? History, maybe?
That would make sense.
We don't even know what the price is to get into Jade yet, do we?
No.
I suppose he would, but we don't.
Oh. Okay, let me see what I got.
I mean, it's just an inn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you rolled a crit 20. I have a list of inns. So the Jade District has boisterous, meaning like party atmosphere, kind of. Is that what we're talking about? Like loud and wild?
Loud, lots of people.
I got the perfect place. So Jade District has a very well-known luxury bar and brothel known as the Halfway Inn. Yeah.
Oh god.
At least I wasn't the only one who got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you, it's kind of like it's kind of like those gangster movies where people go to strip clubs to to talk like their seedy crimes, stuff, have or seedy crime talks. Yeah. So that's what's on my list. And that was the first thing I saw, and I think it's probably a good place if you're looking for boisterous. Yeah.
I guess that's what I'll recommend then.
So, Havoc, I was thinking somewhere where we can like blend into a crowd, and then I realized that we don't blend in very well.
I mean, some of you are in disguise, right? Who all doesn't appear as they're supposed to? Like few people, right?
If we're 4 hours in,
Actually,
that'd be a few spell slots.
I have something that can help with this.
Really quick, does my mic sound better now?
Yeah, you sound all right.
Alright, I found a cord that actually works with these headphones better. So I think we're good now.
Okay.
Nice. What were we saying, Vaira?
Yeah, she has something that can help.
Oh. Does that last 8 hours?
Yay for leveling up.
Right.
Right on.
Yes,
So
so now I can disguise even you, and she points at Havoc.
right on. Is that something that you want to do right now?
I think because at the end of whatever the last hour was, she would have had to recast Alter Self anyway, so I think she would go ahead and do seeming.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
you can
I
turn
think
Kitty into something that isn't metallic.
yeah, yeah. So I think she's gonna cast it, and she's gonna make everybody just look human. Except for Ambien, who's already human. Let's see. I guess she could make Ambien look like a dwarf.
Does Ambien still look like Gilliman right now?
Sorry.
Does Ambien still look like Gilliman right now?
Yes, because I believe we just got in town and we didn't do a long rest since then.
Very metagamey, but if Ambien is a master of disguises and is used to disguising his human form, turning him into a dwarf might not work well.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe she won't use it on Ambien because Ambien's already in disguise. But she will use it on Meryn. She'll make him look like a dwarf or something. I don't know. He already looks like a dwarf. A dwarf.
Meryn hates dwarves.
Yeah. I'm gonna make that save.
Probably halfling might be better.
Nope. Meryn's a dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if there's halflings. I'm trying to remember what is in this.
I think there
In this
are
world.
halflings. There's just not
Gnomes
gnomes
are not
or elves.
halflings. Are.
Meryn
So,
would be the
I
only
think-
gnome that you guys have ever
Yeah.
met or heard of or seen.
So maybe
Yeah,
a half-
so she's not sure what he is, so she's trying to go with something different than what she thinks he is.
on
Yeah.
the size scale, are halflings in between gnomes and dwarves? I forget where they.
I think so for the most part. Like
Yeah.
again, sizes and heights can vary, right? Just like with humans, I think.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and as far as overall scale, I think it's in order of
Actually-
like gnomes, halflings, dwarves, humans.
I am
You know what
3
she's
feet
gonna
tall.
do is make Meryn look like a child, a human child.
Yeah.
He's done that before.
Yeah, that's what she's doing.
Okay.
Squirrel all over again.
What do we see when you cast the spell? Like, what does it look like to the audience?
So whenever she casts magic, there just a second, I had to find my origin. Whenever she casts magic, faint motes of light sparkle around her. So as she's casting this, there's faint motes of light, and then they go and they land on everybody else, and they just shimmer into different appearance.
Okay. Yeah. And so a few seconds after you do this and everyone's appearance changes, this lady is walking down the alley. She comes around the corner and like turns and looks at all of you guys. What does Kitty look like? Is Kitty still
She's gonna have Kitty look like a large dog.
yeah, okay.
But
So
she figures a large dog is better than a large cat.
It's like
Yeah.
a mastiff.
Right.
yeah, so it's, do you guys look like do you look rough? Like well, except for the kid, obviously. But the rest of you guys, do you like what is your or is everyone seem like just normal laborers, commoners, nobles, like or they seem like rough mercenary types or
So
What's-
it looks
Well,
like a
if we're going
lumberjack.
yeah, there's a lumberjack. So there's a
If
child.
we're going into the Jade District, she would make everybody look a little nicer. Like
Yeah.
they would belong in going to the Jade District.
There you go.
Yeah, of course. So I think we see this scene from this random lady's perspective, right? So like we have the conversation with you guys and we see you cast a spell and then we jump to this lady walking down the street and she comes around the corner and she turns and looks at all you guys and she just sees this weird group. There's like a child, a random huge dog, a lumberjack, and then just normal people, and then she just like stares at you guys for a second and maybe tilts her head and then shrugs and just keeps walking going this way. She's like humming to herself or something.
I mean, if we notice, if Vaira notices the woman, she might look at Meryn and be like, "This is why you don't run off."
Are there any other races that have wings?
Aarakocra?
Oh God, no.
I mean, nothing that
there-
wouldn't stand out, you know? Like,
Winged
Are there
Cobalt?
winged ASMR?
sorry, Ella?
Are there winged ASMR?
I don't think so.
I mean, yeah.
You get wings later on, but
Yeah, you had
I
to
think
be
they're
like a
they're
super,
temporary.
be a super
out of energy.
powerful ASMR. Like, yeah, it wouldn't be normal to see it or anything, you know? Like, people would be like, oh, it's a literal angel, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Fee already gets kind of a huge amount of recognition from people, and people are sort of inclined to almost worship Fee in some ways, especially now. But yeah, if she was walking around with angel wings and stuff, like, yeah, I mean,
True. Okay.
Could you maybe make them look like he's holding like banners or like flags, something? I don't know if that's possible.
Well, I think because it's limbs, the same basic arrangement of limbs. I think, she will make him actually look more like a stage performer.
Oh, like I've got fake wings
So,
on?
like, your wings are fake.
Oh,
and
that's a
horns,
great
because I'm
idea.
assuming I can't take the horns off either.
Oh God.
And now you get to be Ambien's entertainment buddy.
So I look like a human who is dressed up as a tiefling. Great.
Yeah, basically. Like makeup on and stuff. Like
Great.
red makeup with like black lines drawn in. Yeah, that's great. I was gonna say you could just like cover him up with a cloak or something, but this is way better. So yeah, like little wooden wings, like strapped to your back with like wire. Now, of course, if if anyone like tries to touch them or anything, obviously they're gonna feel like leathery, demonic bat wings. But yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. Okay.
It's just really good production value.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Hopefully not too
Ambien
good.
is always wanting to do stage performance. Now he has companion for it.
That's not gonna happen.
Thanks,
I'm doing
Vaira.
Yes.
Jeez.
Great.
Now
So,
where?
Meryn, how much is it to get through the next gate?
Do I know how much? Or I guess I would, but do I remember?
Yeah. How much was it to get through the last gate? Was it like 10 gold a person? Is that what we said it was?
10 gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was 10, yeah.
I think the next gate is 100 a person, Meryn.
Well, you're not gonna like this one, but it's 100 gold a person.
100 gold.
All right. Well,
Who
I'll
did
find a
not
way over the
spend
wall.
all their money?
I
Yeah.
still have money.
There other ways are an option, right?
We could always turn in someone's head and then split the gold up. It's a joke.
No.
Are there like other
yeah,
ways to enter, like sewer pipes? Or
Yeah, now you're thinking. So there is a sewer entrance that happens to be basically right next to you guys. Here's the thing. Let's talk about irrigation in the city of Five Rings. So the I know. So the dirt district basically is like outhouses, and there might be simple like dirt troughs basically that people used and that sort of drain under the palisade that surrounds the dirt district to the outside. So there's nothing like, there's no piping, there's no sewers, there's just ingenuity basically. That bedpans, stuff like that. That's how people in the dirt district get by. Up here in the stone and also in the jade district, there are proper sewers. So yeah, I mean that's a thing. You can try to navigate through the sewers to get there. That is an option. It might help if you knew exactly where you needed to go. Like if you could scout, if we're like, okay, his house is in this direction, so we know when we're in the sewers, we need to go in, exactly in this direction, kind of thing. That is an option for sure. What other
Do you
ideas?
want to crawl through the sewers?
Do we know if flying over is an option?
I assume that Meryn would know this, having probably done it.
Yeah,
And
Is
Meryn
it? Does it?
also rolled a 20, right?
I mean it's definitely an option. Just you don't want to be seen doing it. Jade district.
Yeah, we
Jade
could
district's gonna
fly
have
over.
guards.
I tried it one time. They saw me and I had to fly off pretty high before I landed, and it seems a little risky. You can pull it off, but you have to be quick and you have to be stealthy.
Other options, you guys are some seedy individuals, just to kind of help you guys out. Potential ideas here. You could bribe someone to get you in, right? Like you could say a merchant or someone with a wagon or something is going that way. You could try to buy a spot on their wagon under a cover or something, like to try to get in there. Yeah, I mean, I encourage creativity here for thinking of clever ways. Assuming the wall's stone, you could always just mold earth or whatever and walk through. If you're Vash.
It has to be loose.
It has to be shaped.
Yeah, that's like dirt, not stone,
Yeah.
not worked stone.
I mean,
yeah, if you have like meld into stone, I guess, or there's something like that.
Stone would work, possibly.
Yeah.
I could be helpful and help them find a way through, but I honestly don't really care because I can just teleport through. So
I'm fine too. So let's take us to the best place to scope out the wall, man. Where we won't be
like your problem.
observed.
Sounds like your problem to me.
Okay. Where is the wall from where we are?
I mean, it's like you're talking about the wall between jade and stone, right?
Correct.
It's
Yep.
probably not extremely close by, but maybe a few hundred yards in this direction to the. Well, maybe, I don't know if you can see that. Hang on.
I did not see anything.
You see this?
Yes.
Yeah, a few hundred yards, maybe in that direction.
So we're on the side closer to the other wall, towards the dirt district, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really
I
matter.
assume this
You guys
is the
can
road
be
that we're going down.
you guys can kind of be wherever you want to be in the stone district. These guards right here probably wouldn't be a problem. I don't think like these particular
now.
I don't think these particular guards would see you trying to scale the wall into the Jade district. Like it's not right close by. Like we can discuss the climbing of the wall in like on a separate map or something. But
Well,
yeah, that it can be wherever. We can sort
What-
by the
what-
way,
What does the entrance to the Jade District look like? Is it just like one gate? Is it a gated thing? Is it like a
Here.
doorway?
I think
let's
there's 2 or 3 gates.
let's look at the map here. So all of the rings have gates in certain places, right?
Oh, well, that's the wrong one.
Yeah. Those where there's 2 squares close together, those are gates.
Right.
So I mean, we're assuming you guys are where you're at on the map just because there's a gate right there. so you're probably close to the gate to stone. So you'd need to go around to one of these two gates, either on the left or the right side if you're going to go through the gate. There's only two that go into jade.
But the gates themselves, like, are they like fence? Is it just like a doorway?
Is it like a castle gate?
A castle gate?
They're probably gigantic stone walls that with steps that go up to the gate. That go up several stories to the gate. Because remember, each district is higher than the district before it, right? So each, like the stone district sits above the dirt district. The jade district would sit above the stone district. So yeah, I mean, it would be up quite a ways, maybe a few stories from where you guys are standing in the stone district. You go up a few stories, and then there would probably be like a stone wall, at least from this side it would be stone wall that goes around the entire jade district. There were guards patrol around this wall and that kind of thing, just to try to keep an eye on most
So
of
it's
the... Go ahead.
It's wide enough that people can walk on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as I see it, if we're going to try and go over the wall, we need to wait for nightfall.
I mean, I could always point it to someone that could smuggle you across, but of course I need a cut of the payment. Say 10%.
Sure, we'll lower you from 11 to 10. That's fine.
And your deal's off. For the passage, of course. Not the 11%. And I start walking off towards the wall.
You offered it.
See you on the other side.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, we're back on this map. All right.
Does this look like another entrance to the sewers?
Yes. Certainly is.
And these are storm drains?
Yes.
Or are they just like ornamental? Oh, okay.
It could be like ornamental storm drains, yeah.
Lots of ways.
Sort of library in the stone ring that would maybe have some sort of map of the 5 rings.
Yeah. I mean, you might be able to find something like that in the Stone District, assuming you want to take the time to do it. I mean, if you guys are waiting until nightfall anyway, it might not be a bad idea. Try to find some kind of map.
Maybe if we had like some sort of guide that could help us go through the sewers, maybe we can do that.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna find a map of the sewers.
Well, there's no like waterway, like I don't know, design or blueprint or just the general map of the district so that we know where things are generally.
Yeah, I think
We don't have to like we don't have to talk to Meryn about all that stuff
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
You guys is an urban planning department. Isn't your city? Come on, guys. Come on.
It's not that they would hide that kind of stuff. It just probably would have been seen as super unimportant and just thrown somewhere.
Yeah, like who's gonna buy a map of the sewers unless they're a
Gives a
criminal?
shit, yeah.
Yeah, who gives a shit, literally. I mean, Meryn or Vaira probably would be instrumental in figuring out how to navigate the sewers, like where you're supposed to come up from the sewers, like if you're coming up in the right spot. Because once you get down there, there's gonna be a lot of twists and turns. It's gonna be really easy to get lost, basically. Because winding sewer pipes and all that.
Mhm.
Personally, I'm more in favor of going over the wall. But that'll depend on what we see how far up it is, how often the patrols are. I'd need to look.
We can try to go over the wall.
Am I? No, I'm not. Never mind. I was gonna ask if I'm like strong enough to carry someone, but then I remembered my score. But I do have rope. Do we want to go scope out the wall, or do we want to go scope out the sewers, or do we want to try and find some other thing?
Well, I know Vaira wanted to rest before we go to the next day, right? So what if we try to looking for a place to rest near the gate and sort of kill two birds with one stone, scout the gate, and then be near someplace to rest?
Well, if we're gonna go, we'd have to pay for 2 different inns, but that shouldn't be too bad. We'd need one to wait until nightfall, and then if we're gonna go over the wall, it would have to be during nightfall. So we'd have to go.
I
over
will
and then-
just have a room in each ring tonight. She already has one in the dirt district.
It's probably going to cost more than the one that you find in the Stone District.
Yeah.
Well, she got ripped off on that room. So
Yeah. I think she ripped herself off.
well,
No, I can actually.
the lady took one look at her and was like, "Yeah, she's gonna be running tricks out of this room." So a gold. That's what happened.
I think it was 2 gold.
Oh,
It was
did
too
Yeah.
gold, yeah.
okay.
You
Yeah,
gold.
she really ripped you off then.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you guys can find an inn here. There's a pretty. It's just a standard inn called the Cloak and Stagger that's in Stone District. No, it's just.
Is it close to the wall?
Yeah.
The wall between Jade and.
Yeah, like close to the gate. Yeah.
Not necessarily the gate, but the wall.
It's wherever you want it to be. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there would be an inn relatively close to the wall at some point around the district, certainly. But we'll say this is that one. This is that inn. So you guys basically like case the Stone District for a little bit, like looking for a place that's gonna be kind of close to the wall, so you can get out of your bed and get over the wall as quick as possible. Basically, is that kind of the gist of it, or you just want to be close to the wall for what reason?
Well, I wanted to be close to the wall. One, to make it easier to go and case it. Yeah, and then also to get over it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. No problem.
I talked to the innkeeper this time. How much is our room?
Well, you're just a normal looking guy in a stage performer's outfit. Is there like a passive charisma? No. I mean, I think the rooms are probably like 7 silver a head or something. That's pretty fair price.
And how many do they fit? Are there any rooms that fit us all?
Yeah, if you want to get a room for everybody, it'll be like 35 silver. How many of you guys are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we counting Kitty? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably not.
Our large guard dog.
Meryn's not staying with them.
Yeah, Meryn took off, so it's 4 of us.
Okay.
Off to the wall.
Yeah, so for the 4 of you, we'll say it's like 25 silver. They'll give a little bit of discount since you're getting such a big room.
Do I have to?
Hey, 25 silver is not bad.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
So 5 silver each, or is Havoc paying for all of us?
Not really in his nature. So 5 silver each.
Yeah. This room has like proper mattresses, I guess what you could call them, whatever the equivalent of medieval mattresses. Maybe it's just like leathers and stuff instead of a burlap sack with straw in it, like on the other end. Also, the walls are made of stone, obviously, so it's a little less dingy. It's a little more dry. You don't have like the soaked in smell of spilt beer on the floor and things like that. They kind of keep the place a little bit cleaner. Yeah, I mean it's a big. It's probably got like a common area, and so like a almost like a dining area, maybe a makeshift little place to cook small meals. And then on either side of the common area, there's 2 bedrooms.
It's pretty nice.
Fairly nice, yeah.
Just to settle
This
one
is
other
the room.
little. Well,
It is like house.
yeah, this cost at least a fourth of what you paid for that room in the dirt district. That's why it's so nice.
Vaira, I have a question for you. Do you know anyone in the Jade district? Because I may have an idea of how we can get through. We
I
do have this
don't-
giant tortoise shell. We can maybe just tell the guards that we're transporting it to someone who may want it there.
I don't know anybody in this city.
He doesn't know anybody anywhere.
Gilliman, how about you?
I like changed my voice. I'm actually not Gilliman. I'm actually your dear friend, Mommy Ambien.
I knew that. Thank you. But I was wondering if maybe Gilliman knew someone. Or you can make someone up.
Well, according to those patrons at the bar earlier, Gilliman's kind of like the laughing stock of the town. So I don't think he would know anybody in the Jade district.
I can confirm that.
Then do you think that that's the best disguise then?
Might be worth a shot.
Otherwise, Ambien, I don't know what you want to do with a shell.
Well, we already paid for this room, right? We could leave it here for now.
I assume it's only for a night that we paid for.
Yeah.
And if we disappear in the middle of the night. But yeah, you could leave it there until we go somewhere in the room. I wanted to. We had a mental link established before when we were like doing our shopping and whatnot. When I feel like that's about to run out, because Meryn should still be within range of it, I'm going to ask him where he is.
Yeah, what's Meryn doing?
Meryn is off to the wall to dimension door himself to the other side and find a very nice hotel room to settle down in.
In the same place you told us about? The halfway in?
Somewhere in the Jade district.
Do you tell
Probably
them?
not
So
Jade
you just
district.
do you just ditch
Yeah,
them, or do you tell them where you're gonna meet them or anything?
That's what Havoc is.
I'll meet you on the other side. And that's all he said. If Havoc's asking, let's say, how about noon tomorrow? Actually, no. Sunrise tomorrow at the wall. If you don't find me, just walk in circles around it until you do.
I'm not going to do that. Sunrise tomorrow in front of the halfway inn.
Fine.
Good.
Oh, all right.
Of course you had to run off.
So yeah, it's totally a good idea to split the party. Let's do that. Okay, so Meryn's gonna, or I guess we can. He's gonna teleport through the wall, dimension door through the wall. You can definitely do that. I'm sure you know an inconspicuous place to pop out.
Yep.
Yeah, you can do that, and you're gonna buy like a luxury inn. A luxury
Yeah,
suite.
and he's not going to the halfway inn either. He's gonna try to find a different inn that's a bit quieter. But he'll meet them there.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Does the halfway inn bother you guys? All right. Sorry, I thought it was funny.
No, he just doesn't want them to
It's
know
just
where
too
he is.
rowdy. Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah.
it's too rowdy for him, probably. He doesn't want anything unpredictable to happen.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
too paranoid. All the noises would cause him to not sleep.
Yep.
Okay. Let me see if I can find a place for you. There's a place called the Humble Stumble.
Yeah, he'll not so humbly and not stumbling go into the humble stumble.
Yeah.
Make his way over.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. So we, the audience, would notice a huge difference when you appear in the Jade District. Most of the buildings are made out of kind of ornate green jade, obviously. Some of it is like there's also a lot of like copper metals, so everything is kind of shiny and pretty and almost like a jewel. Everything is also just much higher class up here. Everyone's wealthier. Most of the rabble is kept out by the fee and that kind of thing. So yeah, you can do that, and you probably get a very, very nice inn. It will cost you, let's see, the Humble Stumble. I mean, this is like a penthouse suite here, 10 gold.
oof.
It's expensive.
Yeah, he's gonna have a nice
It
room.
comes
He's
with
looking forward to the
whatever you want. Like we're talking alcohol,
Courtesans.
fine wines, courtesans if you want them, absolutely.
Yep. And he's going to ask for
personal chef. You know, like
yeah, he'll pay for it.
yeah, okay.
Here's the real question: does he eat the food the chef prepares, or is he too paranoid?
He asks the chef to eat a bite of each dish that he prepares in front of him before he actually eats it, to make sure it's not poisoned.
Okay.
Also, he asks for all of the wine and hookahs and things to be brought up to his room, or a lot at least. As many varieties as they can bring up.
Yeah. Okay, they do definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, they probably bring you like a sampler platter of hookahs.
Would they let a child have that?
I mean, first of all, he's an extremely wealthy child. So they're probably assuming he's like the child of a rich noble or something, right? Now keep in mind this is a different place. The age thing on like drinking and stuff like that, that sort of stigma probably doesn't exist so much.
No.
He's not
That's
gonna
true.
not gonna drink
but-
it. That would dull his senses. He's just stealing all of it in his bag of holding.
But this, like, how how old is a child that's usually about 3 feet tall?
8, 7.
That can't be very old at all. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm
he
Rich child.
he can act really mature, right? So he might be able to fool them, right? Because he can sound smart. You know, be like, I just look young for my age. I'm actually like 14 or something. You know.
If they say, I'll just start talking about how my father is a noble. He'll be back soon. And hope that they just don't ask too many questions so they don't offend the family.
Do you
Best
want
plan.
to make some kind of a roll to see how they
Corruption?
treat you?
Yeah, he'll act incredibly snooty the entire time. Also, I'll performance or deception. What do you want me to do?
Whatever you want to roll.
I'll go with deception.
Okay. I mean, it's not terrible, but they're kind of like, yeah, I don't think his dad's really a noble, but he paid, so whatever. You know, like
I probably mentioned that he's a noble every 2 or 3 sentences. Just
yeah.
he's a noble, you know. He's noble.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it goes over. So let's talk about what kind of tobacco you get. So they present you with like their Alpha Care Shisha. This is great for beginners, they say. And it's like a mixture of different fruits, right? So there's like an apple flavored, and like a raspberry flavored, and like a strawberry flavored. They also have their Alpha Cure crafted batch, so like a house brand of shisha with a few different taste profiles. They're snooty about this stuff, right? So they talk a lot about like how the flavor hangs in the mouth, you know, and they've got like passion fruit flavors. This one's for more distinctive smokers, more experienced palate kind of thing, you know, like
I'd probably nod and say, I'm very experienced.
yeah, like, oh well, then you'll probably love this bold shisha. We have it in apple, and it's one of our client favorites for its bold flavoring and long lasting.
Bring me all of the flavors.
Yeah. So they bring you like a little. They bring you like a sample platter basically. So we have you like sitting on like a mound of pillows with like a hose in each hand and like a silver tray of all these different basically shisha and in different piles organized. Yeah, that's a good scene.
I also ask for their most expensive alcohol.
Yeah, they probably send you. I mean, you only paid 10 gold for the room, so you want like really expensive. They have like 100 gold bottles of wine, probably.
He's trying to get the most expensive things that he can get for free.
Yeah. I mean, they'll send you like a nice bottle of wine. Sure, but I mean, like if you're wanting like some like the nicest, it's gonna cost you a little bit more because they're like some really expensive bottles.
And then he kind of waves his hand away. You all go now.
Yeah. So we get like a guy standing there with like white gloves and the equivalent of like a suit. And yeah, he just bows and walks out of the room. And we just see like a cloud of smoke hanging in the air behind him. Cool. That's
As soon as the door closed, I start just stuffing all of the different things into my bag.
So what are you like
just
grabbing?
Stuff all of it in my bag of holding.
Yeah, like you just grabbing silverware and everything.
Yeah. And I shout out the door as he's like down the hallway after. And no opening my door. No coming in here. My father, who's a noble, will be very angry. He's a noble, you know.
Yeah,
slam the door all the way shut.
Yeah, okay.
And I lock it.
All right. Fair enough. Well, why don't we see what the rest of the party is up to? Meryn, I'll put you on this map just so you can kind of see. Here we go. You guys are going to be in the top left part of the map.
Big map.
It is a big map. Okay. So Meryn's there. So the building I've set you guys on, you can move around if you want, but I put you on a building and I was like, oh, this will probably make a good hotel spot.
Just waiting for my load in.
Let me see here.
What's this map?
I've actually got a nighttime version of the map, I think, so let me change it. There we go.
Ooh.
Is dynamic lighting working for you guys? I might need to fix that.
I
Looks
can
good
see
to
the
me.
whole map.
Oh yeah, I can do
Now I can see nothing.
No,
See
no, no,
nothing.
black.
Oh yeah, it's all black for me too. Let me check your
I can see.
tokens.
I can see some.
Yeah, it's because your token has the lighting worked out. I think
Oh,
that's what's going on there. So let me
Uh,
check souls first. Soul, do you have dark vision?
Nope.
You just have regular vision.
But Kitty has dark vision.
Okay.
Is this after we found the inn? I assume it is, right?
Yeah. You guys are already in the inn.
Ambien, are you gonna try and perform?
Yeah, I might perform here. Well, we're doing it later tonight. The scouting.
Okay. Let me give Kitty dark vision. What's the distance for Kitty's? 60 feet?
60 feet.
All right. All right. Kitty should be able to see now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ambien definitely has dark vision. It's working. Okay, for Ambien. Okay. Havoc can't see either. You said. Yeah, you don't have vision. You have dark vision.
I do. Yeah.
What's the distance? 60.
60. Yeah.
All right, that should fix that.
Ambien's got 300 feet.
Yeah, it's got crazy. And Vaira, do you have dark vision?
No.
Okay, so you just get regular vision. I'm gonna go ahead and put a torch. Like, do you guys want to have a torch lit so you can kind of see?
In the bedroom?
Yeah, we're inside the inn right now.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna turn off. I'm not like we don't need it right now. I'm just gonna turn it off right now. It's fine. We
Oh,
need to
that
get
helps.
we need to get your tokens set up anyways, so it's a good excuse to do that. We haven't set them up on these tokens yet. All right. So, yeah, you guys are in the hotel. You got the rest of the night. If you want to perform, you can.
Yeah, it's a really cool map.
Yeah, I bought it. It was part of a here's the cool thing. So it's part of like this map pack. That came with a bunch of assets, and basically this map is pre-made, but it's made out of all the assets that I got, so I can make other maps like this and stuff. So
It's awesome.
Nice.
yeah.
So it's
Okay. So what we got Ambien performing. Anybody else want to do something tonight or?
What time is it right now?
yeah, once dark has fallen.
I'll say it's taken like another hour or two to get to another inn, get settled in. So it's probably 6, 7 ish.
Did we talk about whether we're long resting before we scout or after?
No, you have to
Are we
sleep to
long
long
resting?
rest, so no.
We're not sleeping.
Yeah, the
We're
idea
not-
is not to sleep here. We sleep on the other side of the wall.
Okay.
You can have short rest.
Oh yeah. I'm probably gonna be attuning and like playing around with that new tool I got from the magic shop, the all-purpose tool.
Okay.
So I'll be in the corner with Katie.
All right.
Vara's probably in the corner also with the item she got dribbling blood into it. Because that's how you attune to it is you have to put drops of your blood into it. So
Sounds right up Vaira's alley. And Ambien is performing. What are you performing music or like you want to describe what you're doing?
I'm performing like an insert of like Demu's journal, the primordial tablet thing.
Oh, so you're just like reading it out loud?
Yeah.
Wait. You're reading a demon tablet to the inn?
No. Demu's.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
primordial tablet, not
the
demon.
tablet that he took off of Kashama's body.
Yeah, no, I mean that's why wouldn't you do that? That's
Yeah. So you're doing like a spoken word poetry on
Yeah.
and this is the tablet that was the guy who was slowly going insane and was talking about. This is the one you guys found at the clear at Wellspring, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, that one.
Okay. So okay, let's see how good the performance is. Do you want to make a performance check?
But
See.
before that, I wanted to enhance my abilities for this,
Okay.
so I cast a spell on myself um, to gain advantage.
Did you also get the glamour wave?
Yeah, I bought it. This one,
Yeah.
just two. So I'll roll for performance.
Yeah, you got advantage, you said.
And a D4.
And an extra D4. So 18. So pretty good performance. So here's what we get. So we get like a shot of you, and, and the camera's like panning around the room, and like zooming up on people watching, and people are just like thoughtfully watching as you're just like reading this thing, and like I said, like a spoken word or like Def Jam poetry style reading of this tablet, and people are like fascinated, right? Like people are like thoughtfully stroking their beard while they smoke their pipe and like sit quietly and intently listen to this story. And so we juxtapose that. So it's like while that's happening, we cut back and forth to another scene, but we hear you talking like in the background the whole time. And so it's it's like as you're giving this performance, something else is going on, and we're sort of watching this other thing that's going on. And so what we see is the gates to 5 rings, so like the palisade gates to the dirt district, and we see like these we see the guards standing there, the same gate that you guys entered to come into the city not too long ago. And yeah, it's getting dark now, and we see like a cavalry of people coming up to the gates, most on horseback, and the horses are like wearing this like gilded metal armor, and so are the people riding the horses are wearing this like shining steel armor. Most of there's also like red fabrics in there too, so like dark reds on both the people and the horses, and there might be 1 or 2 people that are just carrying a banner on horseback, and on the banner we see like it's a red, like a dark red banner, and we see like a picture of a hand holding a sword, and at the top of the sword is like a crown that's sort of hanging on the tip of the sword. The symbol for the Court of Swords. And so we see them striding up to the gate, and we're still hearing your performance. So we don't hear what these people say or anything, but we see like presumably the commander get off the horse as they stop at the gate, and like take off his helmet, and big burly guy, fair skinned, stubble, really fine, heavy armor, and he probably is like sticking a like a wheat stem in his mouth and chewing on it. And he pulls it out, and we see him talking to the guy at the gate. And he like points back to one of the guys traveling with him who's carrying a box. And we see them like talking back and forth, and we're just hearing you run through this story of the guy who encountered the silence, he called it, the flesh, and how it destroyed like a friend of his and all this crazy stuff. And we cut back, and yeah, we see them talking to the guard, and he sort of like dismissively waves his hand, and his friend opens the box he's carrying, and we get a shot of inside the box. There's all these papers, and the guy at the gate who's guarding the gate looks at the papers, and he like picks up a stack of papers, and we see like an image on the papers of this bald man who's like got a knife in each hand, and he's like grinning menacingly at the person who drew the image, and then he flips it over, and there's another image of another person, and he flips it over again, and we see like an image of Kashama, like his bounty poster.
Oh, true.
And yeah, yeah, and he flips it over again, and we see basically we see the bounties of all you guys, of Havoc, of Vaira, of everyone in the party, and we see the guard at the gate nod, and he like seems satisfied. He hands the papers back to him. They put them in the box, and then the commander guy just like gestures forward, and we see him kind of like put his fingers into his lips to like whistle, and the procession goes on into 5 rings. And then we cut back to you with your performance wrapping up, and you like deliver the last line, and the crowd like cheers and claps. Let's see if you get any tips, I guess.
Yeah. So by the end of the poetry, Ambien shakingly takes out his alms box, and then he falls down on the floor dramatically. Hopefully,
Let's see how much the crowd gives you here. You get 81 gold.
I can get inside. I can get inside Jade District now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that was a pretty cool scene for just winging it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so good job with the high check on your performance roll and stuff. Cool. So what happens after the show?
While
I
he's doing that, I would want to be scouting.
Okay. You want to go outside and scout?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I don't know if anyone else wants to go, but I'm the sneakiest.
it's true. Do you ask for folks to come with you, or?
I don't ask him, but I tell him I'm leaving. I'm gonna go scout the wall.
Vaira will just say, don't get caught, because that can be figured out. And she points at the wings that look like fake wings.
Let us know what you find.
I'll be back.
All right. So you're obviously not going to be in trouble or anything for just walking outside. So, but once, I guess, if you're going to try to climb up on the wall, maybe we can make like stealth checks, or obviously you're going to try to do it when there's not a patrol coming by, that kind of thing.
Well, so first things first, which direction is the wall from? Is it north, west, east, south?
Probably north.
Okay. So does this butt up against the wall then?
Yeah, that's kind of why I put you here. I thought it might be a good place to be close to the wall, like you wanted.
Right. Okay. Then, yeah, I would like to try and be stealthy.
There is like where Meryn is. I think. Let me check the dynamic lighting layer. Yeah. Okay. That's why I use dynamic lighting. So there's like little alleys hidden in here. So like there is a little way to go through like right here, and kind of go back behind this way, and just go basically right up to the wall. Maybe it's just a few feet past the edge of the map there. But yeah, you could do that.
Is this square empty? When I come outside, I don't see anybody.
I mean, there might be a few stragglers, but right now, I mean, it's also kind of starting to get late, probably. So yeah, right now there's probably not anybody out there.
Okay, I will try to stealthily slip into the alleyway then.
Sure. Do you want to go ahead and make a stealth check?
Sure. And I have my new cloak, so advantage.
Yeah, and this will presumably last until the next. Okay.
Oh,
So now the good thing is
Nice.
you have a plus 11, right?
Yeah, nice.
But you did roll 2 2s.
Me too.
If someone,
Wow.
if someone has the chance of, should I just add my extra thing now, the psychic thing?
I mean, if you have a thing to add, I would do it.
Technically, it only comes into effect if the
If it
check
fails.
is going to fail. Yeah, so I don't know how that works.
So you have to tell him if it fails first.
Right.
I mean, it's not a good roll. I would say, I mean, here, I guess what I need to do then is I need to go ahead and make a perception check. Presumably, this might actually be occurring later, but let me see here. Here we go. So this will be perception.
Oh, and they had disadvantage on perception to see me.
Oh, they have disadvantage. Okay. What gives him disadvantage?
The cloak. It gives me advantage on stealth and them disadvantage on seeing me.
Nice. That's the one you just bought, right?
Cloak of Elvencat.
Right on. Okay. So
Good, it works both ways.
yeah. So he rolled a 2 as well. So yeah, it doesn't fail.
Okay, that's a good start.
Oh,
So I guess I slip into the alleyway. How far till down this alleyway till the like the base of the wall? And just looking at it, how far up does it seem to go?
Yeah, so presumably the base of the wall is probably like 10, 15 feet from the edge of the map there. So you're right up on it. It is a straight incline, probably, I would say at least 30 feet. You might be able to find a few loose stones to grab onto to climb up, though, if you really didn't want to fly.
30 feet till the top.
Yeah, I mean 30 feet to the next landing. Yeah.
And so wait, what do you mean by land? Like, is it the top of the wall or no?
So the 30 feet up would be like ground level of the Jade district. So from there,
And
it'd
then the
probably
wall.
be, yeah. So then it'd probably be like another 20 feet to go to the top of the wall. So 50 feet total.
Does it seem like there's like walkable area on this ground landing, or is it just sort of extra ground? Like, it doesn't seem like people walk there.
I mean, it's not made for people to walk, but it's probably like a foot lip that sort of goes around the outside of the wall. So you could presumably, walk around all around the wall from there if you wanted to, but to see into Jade, you're still going to need to get up on top of the wall.
Okay. So looking up at it, I will summon my shadow 30 feet up on that lip and then trade places with it.
Yeah, right on. Okay. So I got your shadow guy here. Yeah. So your shadow Havoc appears up there. Is he like looking down at you, and then you just swap places? What does it look like when this happens?
There isn't really much. It's kind of like the shadowy form fills in and becomes more corporeal, and then my form sort of melts away to a more shadowy version. There's no big flashy anything.
I kind of dig it. I almost like imagine it as like you're looking at yourself in a mirror, except for it's a shadow, and then your point of view changes.
Right.
Kind of.
And the one looking up is now the one looking down.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay. So yeah, you trade places with him. Are you up on top of the wall now?
No, I'd be on that ledge
Landing?
at the base of the wall now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're up there.
And then I want to look up and see how far the actual wall goes.
I'd say about 20 feet.
Okay. Do I hear anything? Do I see any torches in the night from patrols?
Make a perception check.
Must roll better. Perception.
We see like down below you, we see a guard walk by slowly while he's whistling. He doesn't even look up. Okay, perception. Yeah, so you hear footsteps above you, and you look up. You probably got your back up against the wall, with with your hands outstretched on either side of you, with your like pressed up against the wall, like to make sure you don't,
Right.
sway in either direction or anything. And we see like looking up, and you see like a light. It's shining between crevices in the wall at the top. So you see it moving. So you can see the guard walking, and you can just kind of sit there and patiently wait until he goes by you.
So what I'm actually going to do is as soon as he passes like directly above me, as far as I can tell as he's directly above me, I'm going to start counting and wait until I see the next person pass directly above me.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. So maybe 3 to 5 minutes later, another guard passes.
Is it 3 or is it 5?
We'll say 3 minutes. Still,
Okay.
it's still a long time.
And then I do that one more time
Yeah.
to see how consistent it seems.
Okay, yeah. This time it's like 4.5 minutes.
Okay.
You wait again.
I wait 30 seconds after that one passes, and then I summon my shadow up on top of the wall. And I give it about 30 seconds. He's just kind of standing on the shadowy form, which would be kind of hard to see in the dark, I'd assume, but
Yeah.
just kind of standing on the side of the wall.
Yeah.
And if I don't hear anything, then I switch positions with it.
Yeah, so we see you up here on the wall. And from here you got a pretty good view of the Jade District and the Stone District, really, because it's below you. It's much further below you. But yeah, you can see all along the wall in either direction. You can kind of see where there's a few guards. They're not close, right? They're far enough away that you can easily like get behind a piece of stone or something. You're not in danger of being seen. It's also dark and stuff. But yeah, you can either run along the wall to try to get to where the compound is, or you can try to just climb over and onto a rooftop or something and try to find like what's the plan here? You're up here, you're not seen.
Now that I'm on the wall, do I see any sort of guard stations built into the wall?
There's a
or
few.
do they just seem to wander?
Yeah.
How far away is the closest one?
So there's probably 4 total, like spaced out evenly along the ring, right? So there's probably 1 at each gate, like 1 on top of the wall at each gate, and then there's 1 on top of the wall, like perpendicular to those, if that makes sense, right? So the gates are on the left and right side. There's 1 on the north and south side. Does that make sense? So
Okay.
yeah, basically there's a guard tower north, south, east, and west.
Evenly spaced out, right?
Yeah, evenly spaced
and
out.
how far from the nearest one am I? Am I like in the middle of 2, or am I closer to 1?
You're probably closer to the western. Well, it's kind of up to you. Let's look at the I feel like this map might give us a better illustration for this.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's say that your hotel is like in this area. So you're kind of in between 2 of them, right? So there's 1 here and there's 1 here. You're probably a little bit closer to the south one.
Okay. I mean, how far away does that seem to me? Like, if I wanted to walk to it along the wall, it would take a few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, probably at least 10, 15 minutes. Now, that means you're definitely going to run into another patrol, probably,
Right.
if you go along the wall.
And just quickly kind of making my looking over the other side, does it seem about the same distance down to the ground there, 20 feet or so?
Yeah.
And what do I
like
see?
looking into Jade District, what you see is very nice buildings, beautiful shining metal, mostly green worked stone, like gem. But jade's not really gem, I guess. Worked stone, beautiful green stone, but there is also metals, like a lot of copper buildings and stuff. They're very fine buildings. You might be able to see into a couple windows where there's like lit lanterns. There might be like fine stained glass windows in a lot of areas here. It's just luxury town. Like, it looks very different from the Dirt District.
Well, specifically, what do I see at the base of the wall on the other side, where we would presumably come down?
Oh, probably just a random assortment of homes. So I imagine the Jade District, as most homes, almost being like luxury apartments. So you might have like an apartment building that would be basically, it'd have several homes in it. Maybe there's like a main stairwell. But yeah, like basically right on the other side of the wall is an apartment home with maybe like a storm drain you could climb down or something. You'll be going in front of some windows. That's the
So
only
that means
thing.
it's only like 5 feet down to the apartment building, but then we have to climb down that too. Or like, how high up does the apartment building come up the wall?
We'll say it's like 2 stories, so almost all the way. If you jump off the
Oh.
wall, it's only like 2-3 feet down to the roof of the apartment building, and then you can just climb down like a storm drain or something on the apartment building, or just like a pipe or something.
So trying to keep a running tally of when I think the next patrol is coming. I want to move. Well, I guess I don't have to move. I have 60 feet of vision. Can I see to the left and right of this building? Is there anywhere better to drop down, or is it like, is there any spots where the buildings don't come up to the wall, like on the side we're on, where it's an alley?
Yeah, if you want to find an alley, you can definitely. There's
To
probably
drop down into.
yeah. There's probably. I mean, you'd be dropping down onto hard stone.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, you could. It's only 20 feet. You're not gonna take a whole lot of damage. You could do it.
So if we're saying we're right here, would that be like right here, or?
Yeah. I mean, it could be in between those buildings where we don't really see an alley, but it could be. Yeah, right there is probably a pretty perfect spot for it. Sure.
Okay. And how far to get to that point from the part where I crawled up on the wall? Like,
We can say that that's right, like a few feet from where you crawled up on the wall. It doesn't have to be far, you know. Maybe 20 feet.
okay.
Like you could come over the wall and get across and jump down on the other side in one action, right? Or one turn. Easy.
Okay. I will poof back to my my guy who's standing on the ledge down below the wall. And then I will repeat the action to get down to the ground floor and make him disappear.
Yeah, okay. So you go back to the inn?
Yeah. Try to kind of casually stroll back in.
Okay.
And then I'll go back up to the room and probably wait until Ambien's done.
Yeah. All right. Good scouting. Good job.
Find anything good, Havoc?
I don't want to say it twice. Let's wait until Ambien's back.
It might take a while.
That is a good question. Like, when I pass through the common room or wherever, how long does he look like he's going to be?
I don't know, Ambien. How long do you think it would be?
I think it will just take like 30 minutes. Like I read the the thing.
Yeah.
I read the journal for like 30 minutes. Well, I could read it like 15, but pretty sure like he's pacing himself when he
Yeah,
when he
make
reads.
Drawing it out, making it more dramatic.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like staying around afterwards to introduce yourself to the people and talk about where you got the story and have wine with some of them who offer you a free drink or whatever.
Yeah.
Assuming I could get all that done in the time that he was doing his reading, then I'll just tell him it didn't seem like he'd be long.
Yeah, I think you can get all that done in 30 minutes ish, easy. Did you want to I had a question for you, Wolf. While you were out, did you want to try to scout the actual compound? Like get a look at it or anything?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So if nobody has
Anyone else want to do something?
Yeah. You guys.
Vaira wants to. She's gonna look at Havoc and say, when are you going to take that ring off?
I hadn't thought about it. Doesn't hurt, thankfully.
It feels kind of good, actually.
It doesn't
And it means
hurt
you can't stab me in my sleep, so that's good too.
I have not stabbed you in your sleep up till this point. Why would I start now?
That's a good point. Why so concerned?
I don't like you wearing it.
There are many things I don't like in this world.
She'll glare at Havoc.
Havoc shrugs.
That's it.
All right. So do you guys want to go ahead and get through your long rest? Is that the plan?
Oh, no, we're not
We were
long resting.
Oh, you're
We
short.
were long resting after
You're
we've
short
already
rest.
gone into a jade.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're
Right.
short rest. Is that the plan?
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Which I assume we've sort of done if we've been here for a few hours.
Yeah, I mean, like Ambien couldn't do it while performing, right?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you guys can hang out, talk, grab a drink, take your short rest, no problem.
Remember if I get those back on a short rest. Forgot how class works.
Havoc, are you sure that Meryn can be trusted?
Honestly, I'm not sure any of you can be trusted, but he's who we have. Do you have any other ideas?
I mean, I'm just saying he just attacked that poor shopkeep out of nowhere. What's to say he's going to do the same to us?
That was a little out of character for him. He's... Well, let's just say I've never seen him be brave.
Well, if I know how he reacts to the guns, but if he decides to attack me, then I will not hesitate to protect myself.
I would expect no less, but I don't think it'll be an issue.
Are you guys hanging out in the room or in?
Yeah,
In the
we'd be
room.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll all be in the room.
Okay.
His way lies more towards sneaking, illusions. You've seen what he's done so far.
Yes.
Have we?
Some of it. Nearly as much as I've ever seen. But again, do we have anyone else?
No.
At least he was willing to warn us.
What are his intentions when we get to Crudyat's?
Make a lot of money. Assumably. As long as we're the ones making him that money, he's on our side.
Well, once we kill Crudyat, is he just going to find this money?
I would assume a man like Crudyat would have plenty of money laying around in various forms. A lot of wealth. He can take his share, and he can leave if he wants, or we'll figure it out from there. He may also be the best one to fence some of that once it's done.
But we are all in agreement, correct? We are trying to deal with Crudyat.
First, we want him to free us. Unless you just want to kill him and then find a way to free yourself later.
I had entertained the notion of a tickle fight, but I don't think that'll do it.
What?
That's a joke. You guys never get my jokes.
We can always try tickling him for information first. if that is what Havoc wants to do.
Is this good way of torture? I've never tried.
I have a feather right in front of me.
You could show her what a tickle fight is, Ambien. Go for it.
Not to Vaira though. Maybe not to her.
If you come near me, I'm going to tickle you with a blade.
You can always try to check with me. So I'm not
Tickle
sure
me.
it will
Try
work.
Try it on Meryn next time we see him. See how effective it
Yeah, we already have such great relations with him. Let's do that.
is.
Don't do that.
Well, okay. When we find Crudyat's manor, what's our plan? Are we just infiltrating it? Are we?
I still like idea of pretending we are bounty hunters, but we need somebody to turn in for bounty.
Vaira,
What?
can you perform this trickery again? Disguising us
Yes.
tonight?
Yes.
I would prefer our normal method of stealing in, killing him, and leaving before anyone knows. Not less risk that way.
But we need to make sure he gets bracers off first and ends bounty.
That's what you said about the tickle fight, correct, Havoc?
Right. That was a joke.
I don't get it.
Couldn't you tell?
Nobody gets this joke.
I have to say, the chances of you all getting your bounties removed, slim.
You have bounty still too. You just don't have bracer.
Doesn't matter to me.
What's you guys' passive perception?
16.
15.
23.
Whoa.
There are people listening at our door.
Your passive is 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a druid.
Okay.
Go, Ambien, go.
Jeez, man. Holy cow. All right. So, no, there's nobody listening at your door, but the 23 definitely picks up on it. I think the 16 probably would too. But what you hear is somebody coming through the hallways. You hear them stop at another door, probably the door at the beginning of the hall. You hear a knock. And then you hear the door creak slightly, and somebody go, Ambien, you hear this part. Somebody goes, "What is it? I'm nursing a hangover here. What do you need?" And it's a lady, and she goes, "Housekeeping, fresh linens," and then the door closes, and then they exchange words or whatever, and then the door closes. And then a few seconds later, you hear another knock at a door. It's slightly closer to you guys. So basically, there's housekeeping going through the halls, and they're coming towards your room. They're gonna knock soon.
Why
So
are
I
they
don't
doing
hear
this
any of that.
this hour?
Havoc, you hear the knocking and everything.
I just
Only
don't hear the conversation.
Yeah,
Just
only-
mumbled words.
yeah. You don't understand what they're saying. Only Ambien understands
Mm.
the words, I guess.
Damn.
Just letting. Oh, are we in a mind link right now? Like all of us, or I think it's just me who's not in it, right?
I could have refreshed it
Oh,
when.
speaking of mind link.
Okay.
I have one that could include Kitty.
Ooh.
Is that
Do
the
we wanna-
spell one? The Riri's
Yeah.
teleport wand or whatever?
Yeah, I got it for free at the level up.
How often can you?
How long's it last?
It only lasts 1 hour,
Uh,
but it's up to 8 willing creatures.
That would be more useful for.
The infiltration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yours can include everybody, whereas mine is
Meryn.
somewhat limited
Yeah.
at the moment.
So it's up
Somebody's
to you if
coming.
you want her to do it or if Havoc would have redone it.
I probably would have redone mine. We don't have Meryn now, so it's I can get all three of us, or all four of
Mhm.
us.
Okay. So I let you guys know regarding the housekeeper walking around.
Okay.
Housekeeping.
It's important. We better know what's going on with the housekeeping. I mean, it would be good to not have her walk in on you guys talking about breaking into, like, you know.
Right.
This doesn't seem normal to me that housekeeping would be coming at night.
Night.
Yeah.
Do I?
Do you want to? Does that seem odd to you?
Yes.
to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same as me.
What do you guys do? Do you guys want to, like, go murder the housekeeping lady, or?
Always, yeah.
Can we just turn off the lights?
No,
Can we just pretend we're playing a game?
I'm just gonna get up and walk to the door
Okay.
and wait for the knock.
Yeah. So, like, a minute or 2 minutes later, yeah, you get a knock on the door.
I wait 10 seconds and I open the door, just a bit.
Yeah, you just crack the door. You get a housekeeping, linens, drinks.
We're good. Thanks. I shut the door.
Okay, yeah, she continues walking down the hallway, goes to the next door, and knocks. Basically, everyone has been like, "Leave me alone." Like, nobody has, like, talked to this lady.
She doesn't realize she was supposed to work at 6 a.m. and not 6 p.m.
It's just like, she's just like she's just an old lady. She's just trying to be nice and stuff. I mean, you can totally pull her into the hotel room and murder her if you want. That's something you want to
Much
do.
as I'm sure Fire would like to. No, we don't need the attention.
Yeah.
So
Vaira's mind is full of killing one person right now.
Oh, good luck with that. I got the ring. Oh, you mean the
No.
guy, Crudyat.
Crudyat, yeah.
Okay.
well, Havoc, now that Ambien's here, tell us what you found and if you have a plan to get us past.
Do. So there's a small ledge about 30 feet up where the wall begins. From there, it's only 20 feet to the top, 20 feet down on the other side. Should be easy enough with a rope. Should be quick enough. I can secure the rope on each side and help you guys over. The only problem is it's going to have to be fast because the patrols are rather frequent and inconsistent. So we'll have to be careful.
You don't want to pretend we are guards
Why would we do that?
so that we don't have to worry about climbing?
Don't you think they would want to wonder why guards would be coming down from the wall?
No, to go through a gate.
Don't you think they would want to know where we're going?
We're going to our assignment,
And that is where.
the other gate.
So we decided to pass through this gate and walk
Through the
all the way.
wall.
I like the idea, only I don't like the idea because there's a lot that can go wrong.
Is there anything on top of the gate of the wall?
Just a small pathway for the guards to patrol. Crenellations.
And are there guards there?
Yes.
What if we climb the rope and there's guards there?
Well, we'll have to time it better than that. But they carry torches, so we'll be able to see when they're coming and when they've left.
Okay, well, Vaira and I can't see in the dark.
And that's
Well,
where
I
the rope
can help
comes
you.
in. All you have to do is hang on to the rope and keep following it.
Don't worry. Quick question: Is the room like well lit, like where we are right now?
I mean, it's as well lit as you want it to be.
Okay. I'm gonna thaumaturgy it to turn off the lights, and it's gonna be dark. I can help you with my eyes of the night, so you could see well. just like a trial run.
You can't do that again until you finish a long rest.
But I can. But I can.
Well, the good thing is we're gonna.
But I
do
can
it
expend a
again.
spell slot though to do it again, so it's fine.
Oh, unless you spent. Okay, I didn't see that. All right.
Be funny.
Well, we're going.
Yeah. I mean, you could have just been like, well, I mean, I'll just tell him that I can do this thing instead of actually doing it. Yeah. You can always.
I think you want to show off. It's fine.
Yeah, I want to show off my.
Would have been the
powers.
second hotel room you paid for last night or this
I
night
noticed.
and didn't use.
I noticed basically no difference because I assume the room isn't like huge, larger than 60 feet. So
Right. I mean, if you looked out the window, you'd be able to see a lot further than you
Right.
normally could.
but Vaira can see now, and so can Ambien. Or
Yeah.
and
Soul.
sorry.
Soul, yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Does anyone have a problem with this plan?
I think that's a good plan.
The only
Kitty-
problem I can see. Sorry, go on.
Kitty can't climb a rope, but I have a way for Kitty to climb the wall. So
Is it gonna leave marks?
no.
Okay. And can he carry the shell up with him? So that's the other issue.
We can leave the shell here.
Unless we want to pay for more days, they're gonna claim this tomorrow.
Do you think they have storage in this establishment?
We might be able to secure something like that.
We'll do that then.
Keep in mind, we're heading into the Jade District to go and kill a very wealthy and powerful man there. We might not have time to casually stroll back here and retrieve the shell after.
That's true. Well, we'll risk it.
Forget.
Okay.
Did we calculate if Kitty could carry the
I
shell
think
or
he could
not?
drag it, but I don't know if he could like carry it
Yeah,
up the
I don't
wall.
know.
Yeah, we could drag
I mean,
it. but-
technically, if you're gonna do the spider climb thing, then he could just drag it up the wall. But
Oh, I was gonna just have him fly.
I didn't know he could fly. Okay,
No, I have the fly spell.
nice.
I was level 9, yeah.
Right on.
But even then, like, I don't know about the whole shell thing.
Right. If he's gonna fly, I doubt he could carry it.
Yeah, I don't know about the shell. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, the shell weighs probably a lot. I mean, before you guys
Yeah.
had to make it into a sled to be able to carry it, to drag it.
Mhm.
Right?
We've
So-
been dragging
Yeah.
the shell with us for weeks, Ambien. What's your plan with it?
Well, I'm hoping to make it into something. I don't know, like a bracer, probably a remembrance of our dear friend Tashama.
When do you plan on accomplishing that? Because
There seems to be nobody here who's proficient enough to make an armor out of it. Maybe we can find somebody in the Jade District.
I believe that would require bringing it into the Jade District.
But we could ask people if they know. And then we could bring it later.
And how do you propose to do that?
I don't know yet. Well, we'll worry about that when the time comes.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
kill this
Question.
Crudyat guy.
When I teleport with my shade thing, all the stuff that I'm wearing teleports with me, obviously. Because I basically just switch positions. If I'm holding onto the shell, it is an object I'm carrying. Does it then switch positions with me?
Are you asking me?
Yep.
So
That's a GM question.
okay, if you're holding the shell, does it
Right.
teleport with you?
Yeah, well, teleport is a word, but yeah.
And this is you're talking about with your shadow thing, right?
Yeah, I can,
I
can
mean,
link it here.
if all worn and carried items teleport with you, then yeah. I mean, if you're holding it, then yeah. But I mean, can you hold the shell? We already know what your strength score is, right?
I mean, I can like grab onto it. I could probably lift it up for a few seconds. I don't know if I can move
Yeah.
it anywhere.
I think if you can lift it up for a few seconds, then
Because
Yeah.
you can like even if your strength is real low, you can like move 5 feet around carrying something really heavy.
yeah. Okay. Sure.
I don't want to do that. That's a really bad idea. But
For Ambien.
What's Meryn doing right now? Is just
Yeah, I
sleeping?
can enhance his strength too.
I guess you can't, huh?
Tim?
Meryn will stick his head out of the door to his room. Butler. Butler.
Oh, sir, yes.
I need some parchment. Write a letter to my father. He's a noble, you know.
Yes, right away, sir. He hands you a pen, and then he does that speed walking thing where he's like, I'll be right back with some parchment. He like just reaches in his pocket and he hands you his personal pen. And yeah, it takes him like a minute or two. He comes back with some parchment.
And an ink pot.
While he's
Yeah,
gone, I stuff the pen in my bag of holding. Is this all the parchment you have? I don't know how much it is, but how much parchment is it?
He flinches a little bit when you say that. Like he kind of like his eyes close for like 2 seconds and then they open back up and he says, I'll be right back with more parchment. He walks off in a hurry again.
You are the worst type of thief. You're a petty thief. You still think that I'm worthless.
I was turning low on parchment. I used a lot of it burning it, so
God.
I wrote a lot of messages and burned them. I need more parchment. I go through it pretty fast.
Yeah, he comes back with like a stack of parchment.
Well, now it's such a classy establishment. This parchment would have a letterhead, wouldn't it?
Oh, of course, yeah. It's got like the name of what was it, the Humble Stumble, and it's like embroidery and stuff.
Now everyone will know that you stayed there at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
How many pieces of parchment do I get?
I mean, like 30 pieces of parchment.
And
silver right there.
A pen.
Yeah, he gave you the pen already. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, he does. Still asking for another one.
A pen.
I just gave you my. You have my pen.
No.
He says that was actually a really important pen. My mother gave it to me.
Well, I don't know about that. I need a pen.
Yeah, he does the thing where he closes his eyes for 2-3 seconds. Like he's trying to contain his rage and just he hates working in customer service. Everybody does. And he says, "Yes, right away." And he walks off. And he's probably gone for 5 to 10 minutes this time.
Takes a
This
smoke
is
break.
where
Yeah.
he probably learns that you should never give a customer your personal pins.
Yeah. And then I think so like 10 or 15 minutes later, a different guy comes back. and yeah, he says he knocks at your door and he says, "Sir, we've had a request for a pen."
This is gonna be bad.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to let you know I'm the manager of tonight's guests, and we've had a few complaints from the local residents for noise, and some of the other guests have just asked for you to keep it down a little bit in this room. Also, we're keeping a running tab, and while I understand you're a luxury guest here, and your
Yes.
father is one of our favored clients.
Yes, he's a noble.
Yes. Any more requests for pens or drinks or shisha? Unfortunately, we will have to be adding that to the bill. We appreciate your patronage, but we've just never had someone who is so great at taking advantage of our patronage, unfortunately. But we do.
You can put it on my father's tab.
Yes,
He's
yeah,
a
we
noble.
we understand who he is, and again, very glad to have him as a customer. But if you could just please try to keep the noise down for the other guests, and good luck writing your letters or whatever it is you're doing, and have a great night.
Well, when you charge it, make sure to charge it to Crudyat Vistares, my father, the noble.
He stops, like he was starting to walk away, and he stops.
Ooh.
And he turns back and looks at you, and he says, "Crudyat doesn't have any kids."
Ooh.
He's adopted.
Well, not all. I kind of look back and forth. Children are legitimate.
No, I'm fairly certain Crudyat is known for being quite the bachelor.
Oh, when you get in too deep.
Oh.
No,
But
actually,
I got a letter that said that he
come
was
to
my
think
father.
of it, Crudyat is one of our favored guests here. I'm pretty sure I've talked to
Are
him
you saying
several
I was
times.
scammed? Are you saying that the letter I received was false?
Letter you received? No, it's just that Crudyat himself has been here and bragged about how he's proud to have never born a child.
I was told in a letter that he was my father and that I'd come into a great inheritance. Are you telling me that I was lied to?
Well, kid, that sounds like a you problem. Enjoy the rest of your stay. Have a great night. Just walks off. You're probably
I'm
not
under my breath. Unbelievable.
You're not going to be getting any more service tonight. I don't think. Yeah.
He knew I was going to run out at some point. He had to milk it for all he could before.
I fully expect Meryn to just dimension door out and not pay for anything.
Yeah. And they're probably going to be.
I've already used both of my dimension doors.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be knocking on the door at like 9 a.m. sharp to get you out of there as fast as possible. Just
No, I'm leaving before sunrise to get
Yeah.
to the meeting point.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And taking all of the valuables in the room with me.
And he won't be a child when he leaves because that wears off.
That's
No
what I
idea
was waiting for to happen.
Oh wait, I have a better idea then. I forgot I was gonna wear off. Yeah, I have a better idea.
All right then.
What's the idea?
When I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna have all of the sheets and pillows and drawers open and everything spread all around, and a couple of things from my bag strewn across the floor, and then say that I was investigating a runaway child and that it looks like he's gone on a spending spree with his parents' money. Or something along the lines of those. I'll figure it out by the time it comes back around to the morning.
So they're gonna say like, "Why didn't you come to the desk? We would have gladly let you in, Mr. Investigator. Can you show us your badge with the court, please?"
Oh, a private investigator. Yeah, private.
If you don't have silent image by now, you should have it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll figure something out by the morning, but I definitely do want to. I want to pretend to be someone else, and like the kid wasn't supposed to be here.
Great.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, go ahead and take 3 XP for RP, because I just thought of it. And maybe this is a good place to take a break. What do you guys think?
Mhm.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back in like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. when it's time to come back, just like Meryn's doing with the room. We'll figure it out later. It's no problem. All right. Well, thanks for being here, guys, and thanks for watching. And we'll be back in a few minutes. If you enjoy the video, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe.